East side, south side, it's all time. Yeah, I came to make waves, I ain't come to complain. Had to choose one, now I'm gunning for fame. But y'all be thinking they're one and the same. Turning your back.
What's up, y'all? This is What the Podcast. I'm your host, Nytelife. I am with Sandman.
Yeah.
Lower third. I am with DRoc, the comedian extraordinaire.
What's good?
Out here burning up the fucking COVID-19 circuit. Oh, you don't want that circuit. I'm sorry. That's not a stage you want to be on. That's not a stage you want to be on. We won't do that. We won't do that.
Come again.
Okay, so I think I messed up last week because I asked DRoc how he was doing over Sandman how he was doing. So I'm gonna make this right, and I'm gonna say, Sandman, how are you today? What's going on?
I'm cool, baby. That's about it, man. I wasn't ready. Normally you do ask DRoc before me, so I was expecting that. So I'm cool, baby. Had a crazy day yesterday. I tell you that. You know, my had all types of stuff happen yesterday. Still getting ready for my rematch in the gauntlet. You know what I mean? My eyes is acting crazy today, so I got the spectacles on. Other than that, I'm ready for COVID to be over. Can it be over? It's not over yet.
We keep asking. It's never going to be over. COVID's going to be here forever.
Can it be over?
COVID is like the new Drake. Never going anywhere. He will be here forever. It's going to be COVID and Drake, and then it's going to be like some cockroaches, some shit. It's like it's not even going to be nothing else.
I'm done now. Like,
oh man, you got your. There's those like bifocals. They slide on the end of your nose when you read. The readers.
Looking like E40 kills.
DRoc, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing all right, man. Just working, trying to stay focused. Also putting time in on my show, so that's going to be coming out hopefully in the middle of August or September. We should be having something put out, an episode for everybody to watch. So look out for that.
Yeah, we've been waiting on that, man. Been asking for that for like 3 pods.
Man, I understand.
Some laughs up in here, man.
Trust and believe it's coming. Oh, it's coming. Most definitely.
Yeah, man. Well, I'm just gonna ask how are you doing today?
Wait.
I'm okay. I'm not.
We gotta ask that.
Okay,
man.
well, then y'all asked it. So somebody asked.
Hey, bro, you good?
Yeah,
good. Yo, I'm good. Do you know why I'm good? Well, you know why I'm good. You know why I'm good.
Why you good? Because
10 City's a fucking LLC now.
Hey, I forgot to mention it.
Got our 3 letters, man. We got our 3 letters. Got a couple of new members. Shout out to Tiz. Shout out to old Ricky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Shane. Shout out to Mike Strange. Shout out to Omar. Shout out to Data Bite. Same. I'm missing John Doe.
Yeah.
You know, the whole crew, man.
Appreciate
y'all. Love y'all. But yeah, that's big time, man. So we got to do cool shit like pay taxes now, and that shit is
That's not cool at all. Everything about that is boo boo.
Nah,
complete boo boo.
We can't be Wesley Snipes. That fuck around and take these houses. We don't need that shit.
No, cool.
Nah.
That's not even a laughing boy. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm like lightweight, not cool with that at all.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry for wanting to level up, and I'm sorry.
This is scary. This is like no. I'm good with the leveling up, but you can't make scary grown man jokes. That's a scary grown man joke. Like that's not something you can joke with. Like, oh yeah, they're gonna take your house. That is a horror movie to a grown man. To a grown black man, that taxes and they taking your stuff.
Future just come walking in your house. I got the keys. I got the keys.
Hell no. That'd be the first time I get into a serious fight. Boy, I'm seriously gonna throw some hands then.
Ooh.
Sure.
All right, well, kind of spinning off of that, man. We do have an event that's going to be this weekend. We're going to be down on B Street in Sacramento. Have a couple 6-foot tables out there. We got close to 200 care packs. Thank you for everybody that made donations. We got close to $700 worth of donations for 10 City Cares. We made some dope care packs, man. We got some people that's going to be coming out. We'll have some sandwiches there. We'll have some waters there. These care packs with things like razor blades, socks, combs, brushes, antibiotic ointment, Band-Aids. It'll be all kinds of stuff that's in there in those packets, man, that will be helpful. And hopefully, just to be able to help the homeless out, we want to try to make sure we do our part. So, my team is going to be out there strong, man. Looking forward to it. I don't know what DRoc got going on. I don't know if you want to put himself in the middle, but
hey,
you're welcome to come out, brother.
Send the information. I'll pull up. I definitely got a problem with that, man. I'm always down to support.
I just got a new bag of stuff for the 10 City Kids. So there you go.
Okay, that's dope. That's dope. Right. Yeah, man. Again, shout out to all the people that donated. That's dope, man. This is a really good cause. We got to take care of our homeless out here in Sacramento. So appreciate that. All right, moving on. We're going to get into real life shit. Not funny, but at the same time, who gives a fuck? We'll make it fun anyway. Half the Florida Marlins caught the Rona.
It's just crazy.
They have their roster caught it. Baseball was cool. It was the opening day vibes. Everybody was like, oh, we testing. Everybody's cool. We playing. We had a couple games, and then all of a sudden, 4 had it, and then 14 had it.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man. They was on that Rudy Gobert stuff. They was out there just touching stuff, playing around like I'm touching your shit, and then boom, passed it on. It was like the Bernie Mac show, when Brianna had her birthday party and Bernie Mac tried to go to Vegas, and they just kept passing that green germ all around till Bernie Mac got it at the end. That's how it was. That's what they was doing. They passing something around.
And the illest part about that was that they had the 4 players originally that they tested, that came back positive. They basically sent a group text around talking about, nah, nigga, we still playing. And they went out and played.
Wow.
They went out and played. I was listening to that on KBR the other day. It was that was pretty crazy, man. It's like they just had no regards for safety, no regards for their opponents. And we thought that was kind of whack, man.
Cass was just worried about dollars, man. Like everybody worried about, and that's why I'm gonna get super biblical and get off of it, right? Like this, from what I understand, is somebody check me if I'm wrong, but I don't know I'm not wrong. I've done the research. There's a thing that Israel has is called a Shemitah, and it's every 7 years is a year of what's called a Shemitah, and every debt is wiped clean. You know what I'm saying? Completely wiped clean. But that allows people to be able to reset and be able to do what they need to do, right? I'm not saying we necessarily need a Shemitah, but what I'm saying is I think that we need to just be like, you know what? Let's just stop. Stop commerce, stop everything for the time where you need to get the vaccine and everything straight, because honestly, all we're doing is digging a deeper hole and a deeper hole and a deeper hole, because we're steady trying to go out there and get to the bag, which I ain't mad. Cat's trying to get to the bag, but we are basically killing ourselves.
But you know what the ill part is?
Because we're not sitting down.
The ill part is that people done figured out how to make a bag stand in the house now. So I don't understand why we're not turning our attention towards that to be safer. It's like people are doing different things and being creative and getting money right now in the house, and they're still out there just pressing their luck, still out there just wanting to be like, well, it's my right as an American to be out here and not have a mask. And I was like, well, it's also your right as an American to not get people sick up in this motherfucker, man. You gotta be mindful of the people that you see every day, or be mindful of the people that you coming in contact with, and and pay attention, man. It's just not cool. It's not cool at all to be putting people in that situation.
I mean, you're definitely right. I think for sports players, I think with NFL, it shows a lot of the players are choosing to opt out, not to play this year or to play this year, which a lot of people probably got. Basketball had the same thing. So players are sitting out. It's all about how good are you at managing your money. If you're going to sit out, are you going to be able to manage what you have and be able to stay in the same kind of tax bracket, or be able to at least double your money while you off from what you're supposed to be doing? Because if you can't do that, if you ain't able to manage your money, that's why a lot of players is out there playing. Rookies, 2-year, second-year players, them niggas done blown half their checks because they like, I'm going to get another check next year. But then the COVID hit, now they like, nigga, I have to.
That's a good point.
Yeah. it's like I gotta play now.
Well, I mean,
that happens without COVID.
Right? If you know how to play money right, you put yourself in that situation where you got it. It's even these people that's running around here that are spending these unemployment checks, man. If you would have sat there and put away half those unemployment checks that you was getting when the government was giving you that extra 600, you put away 3, you would have had like 4,800 to sit on now when they about to get it from you. So it's like we're not thinking, they're not forward thinking at all, man. Everybody just thinks this is temporary. They think this COVID shit is gonna go away tomorrow, and damn well it's not. I mean,
my main thing about the whole stimulus check, man, is while I understand the spirit behind it because you're trying to basically boost the economy, here's the part that is the craziest to me. At some point, we are paying that money back. And if you think we're not, you don't know American politics, you don't know American government or American commerce. There's going to be taxes that are going to be levied. It may not be under 45. It might be under somebody else. But that money coming back, yeah. I can believe you can believe that because it's $1 trillion worth of debt. It's coming back.
I was happy with the check, and I was like, damn, I have to pay this all back, so it ain't that great.
That's the point. I'm not saying you're going to have to pay it all back at one stop, too. But it's going to be taxes that are going to be levied upon the American people.
They're coming to
try to get that money back.
I'm not getting no money out of my taxes for the next, probably 2-3 years. I'll probably end up paying.
Or it might just be like sales tax, stupid tire tax. And here's the thing. I've always wondered this about California. How is California broke when the amount of money that just goes through the tolls daily, especially like the Bay Bridge, it's like $6 per car
on the weekend. I think it's higher on the weekday.
I think it's like close to like 10 on the weekend, man.
I've always wondered how California's broke,
but I don't think California's broke. Dude, that's the whole thing. I don't think they're broke.
They claim they are
shifting money.
You remember the IOUs when the IOUs popped off? Remember when people got IOUs in their taxes?
Yeah, I remember that.
They were broke. How? How are you broke?
Dude. Well, I've always often wondered how you broke when you print money. You print the shit
because we print money.
You literally print the currency. You print it.
But here's the thing: currency was printed based off the gold standard. I'm getting on my really smart stuff today. Currency was printed based off the gold standard. The gold that was in all of our reserves that was supposed to hold up the value of the American dollar. What has happened is that gold, we printed more money than we can represent with gold. So now the currency that we have, the U.S. currency we have now, is based off trust. Trust that the U.S. currency, a dollar is worth what we say a dollar is worth. It's not based off a standard anymore.
Right.
Because we don't have enough gold to back that. And because we've gone through inflation and we've had so much debt. The reason why the dollar is worth the dollar is because we say it is.
Yeah.
So they can print all the money in the world, but if you overprint, then you're basically going over even the standard that we're saying that we say the dollar's worth this. But if you overprint money, then the dollar's not worth anything.
Well, should they overspend?
You can overspend all day long. You can go in the red.
They overspend.
Okay.
They overspend. I mean, we're trillions of dollars in debt as a country. I mean, that shit is crazy. And they keep spending. All right, such and such country, you need $2 billion. We got you here. And I'm like, oh, what? That money ain't worth the paper it's printed on. They was just sitting there giving it away by the.
Yes, it is, because people respect the United States. And the United States says that dollar's worth a dollar. So yes, it is. That's what it is now. That's that.
All right, man. So we're gonna get off the Rona and get into more pressing matters. Now, over the weekend, as me and Sandman took a break from celebrating our LLC, we had a little conversation about Jay-Z. Now the conversation if I remember right, went a little bit like, "Hey man, Jay-Z, I said his best 2 projects was American Gangster."
I'm glad you're saying this the right way. Thank you.
And the Blueprint. Now the caveat to that is complete works. I said as a complete work. I'm not talking about singles. I'm not talking about hits. I'm not talking about any of that other shit. As a complete work, American Gangster, the movie themed album, was classic to me. And my man over here said, blasphemous.
Yep.
I mean, I would never say this about a Jay-Z album except for Kingdom Come. You said that was trash.
Now I will speak. So by the time I got around to saying what I said, it was after I heard the super murderous statements that he made against the classic album that you all know and love, that I know and love, the art piece that is Reasonable Doubt. He literally said The Reasonable Doubt was not as good as American Gangster.
It's not.
And he's wilding.
I'm not.
Normally I say, sir, I think you're on crack. Today I will say, I think, sir, you're on heroin. Because there's no way in the world.
I'm just over here shooting up? Okay.
No way in the world that American Gangster is better than Reasonable Doubt. So by the time I got a little heated, and I like to spew off a little madness when I'm heated. So by the time I got heated, I said American Gangster was some trash. Now I will back up even my blasphemous statement and say, I wonder if you even still remember. Name 3 songs. This is for my viewers. Name 3 songs in American Gangster right now. Don't go look them up. Don't Google them.
I'm not.
Name 3 songs right now.
I'm not going to look up, and I'm not going to Google.
Wait, I'm not talking to you.
No, listen,
I'm not talking to you.
Are you talking to America? Or are you talking to America? You
so our list
again to shoot our
right now.
To shoot our very intelligent listeners some bail. When I am talking about American Gangster, I'm talking about a complete work of art. I'm not talking about.
What does that mean?
Talking about
you're using words, and I don't think you know what these words.
You were bringing up hits on Reasonable Doubt.
Are the hits not part of the complete work?
Not of a connected nature. No, not of a connected nature.
So
that album completely from top to bottom.
A grouping of songs makes a what?
Was one of Jay-Z's best albums.
Wait. A grouping of songs creates a what? Album, right?
It creates an album. It creates an album.
So again, America. This man is wilding straight up and down. A complete work, and I'm talking about multiple hit songs.
Those songs
on Reasonable Doubt.
Those songs on Reasonable Doubt tie from beginning to end. Listen, those songs on Reasonable Doubt tie from beginning to end. They're daisy chain in theme from beginning to end. Are they?
Yes, there's a theme.
Are they daisy chain from theme from beginning to end?
Yes.
All right.
You might need to revisit Reasonable Doubt.
All right, man.
I got some homework to do this weekend because I don't know jack enough to argue with none of y'all.
I see. That's a damn shame. But that's okay
though. And I stand by my statement. Compared to Reasonable Doubt, let me look in the camera. Compared to Reasonable Doubt, straight up and down, I stand by my statement. American Gangster is trash. I will say it out loud every day.
Just make sure if you're gonna grab that quote, you grab that quote.
But make sure you say it in context.
So I'm just trying to tell you, when Rock Nation want to fucking ban our shit and we can't get on Facebook, we can't get on YouTube anymore.
Compared to Reasonable Doubt,
kill our pod because you said American Gangster was trash.
Compared to Reasonable Doubt,
it's all good. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna get Jay-Z to hook it up. Don't worry, me and him gonna be friends down the road. I'm good. We got that.
You notice DRoc stayed out of this unscathed.
Cause you know I'm gonna be cool with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I fuck with all your music, son. All that shit fire.
Hey,
I
didn't say I didn't like American Gangster. I never said that either.
You said it was trash.
Never.
That's all you need to say.
Compared to Reasonable Doubt. And finish the quote.
No.
Finish the quote, sir. I'll say it again.
So would you say that? Would you say compared to? Would you say I Am compared to Illmatic is trash?
Yes. What was I not supposed to say that? Because that's the truth. And anybody who's a Nas fan will tell you that. Anybody's a Nas fan will say Illmatic is better than I Am. Come on now.
I know it's better than I Am, and it's not.
If it's better,
that's not the argument. The
one's
argument
better, one's trash.
No, you can't. You cannot.
That's my scale. That's my scale.
You can't make an album trash because it's not better than something else. That sounds hella stupid. What are you talking about? That makes that's an ass argument. That's not even it. I give you Blueprint. I give you American Gangster, and I give you Reasonable Doubt after that. But I'm not gonna put that in the top two. For me, listening wise, conceptually, two of the best albums that Jay-Z has made is Blueprint and American Gangster. Period. I know you don't think so. And you just want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. Well, if it's not in the top three, then it's the top two. Then it's trash. You can't say a great album is trash.
You gotta work for Sandman's respect for real. He ain't just giving it for anything. Shit.
Ready, set, trash. That's another question.
I don't think I'm letting them listen to any of my records.
No, but I'm just kidding, America. I'm kidding. American Gangster was a great album. I'm kidding. American Gangster was a great album. I do stand by my statement. Like, though, bar for bar, song for song, if I got to pick one album, it's going to be Reasonable Doubt. Straight up. Between the two. I'm going to pick Reasonable Doubt every time. Sorry.
All right, man. So we're gonna move on. So as far as the verses is concerned, man, I heard there was a good verses this weekend. I didn't get to check it out. Dmx versus Snoop, I heard really good about it. So y'all seen clips, y'all seen it. Tell me what was up with it. How was it?
I would say I think it was good. I wish, DMX would have got up and danced a little bit. He was acting like an old man, like he couldn't even get up in two-step.
Oh, man.
But look, they had a video of him like the next week, grinding like crazy, dancing like crazy. Like, he should have showed us that. You know what I'm saying? Give us a little bit of that. And I've heard that. And DMX gave the greatest prayer of all time, because I never heard a nigga rhyme in a prayer. That shit touched my soul. For real. I'm working on
DMX albums. Do you know? Because that's literally on every single one.
That's his shit.
That's his
Listen,
bad.
Listen, I listen to DMX. If I'm be honest with you, growing up, X gonna give it to you. What these bitches want from a nigga, Rough Riders, and I'm trying to think what else. A couple other songs, but it wasn't like everything. I didn't listen to everything DMX. So
the albums.
He went
not
to
all the albums. No, I heard so it was his biggest hits was the ones I heard. That's how it go.
So every album, there was literally a prayer like that on every album.
That shit touched my soul.
That was his calling card.
I'm about to be a big DMX fan after this, because I'm about to listen to all his shit now. That's really what I'm going to do.
DMX got some hard shit, man. But then again, Snoop does too. I mean,
Snoop's a killer, man. I mean, he created the whole to be a gangster and be chill at the same time. I mean, that really was
I did notice that D did not play a lot of features.
Yeah.
Snoop, on the other hand, played a whole lot of features. And I was like, you cheating, Snoop, because you're playing features, even though they're big records. You're supposed to be able to play your body of work yet. But compared to X, who was literally just playing X.
Yeah.
So I had to X. I had to. But I know I'm in the majority. I'm in the minority. The majority was like, Snoop killed him. And I'm like, where?
No, I don't think you could say that with the amount of records that DMX has. I mean, if you talking about features, man, all I would need to hear is Money Cash Holes, and it's over for me.
I think because I think I was in round. By the time I had to go, I think I was in round 5 or 6, and that was the first feature he played.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And meanwhile, Snoop could play like 2 or 3 features.
That's my joint. That's my joint.
I used to love the beat, but that was Swiss though. You know what I'm saying?
Hard, dude. Straight up hard.
I mean, it definitely was something good to watch, and it gave us something to kind of relax and listen to. I don't know. The next one, I think the next one is, who is it? It was somebody. They showed it. I forget who it was, though. But they got a new battle set up now. They tried to get Chris Brown to battle. That ain't going to ever happen. Chris Brown is just an asshole. I'll be real with you. I fucks with him, but he's an asshole.
Some people are just in a tier too high to be battling on verses.
Against Usher, though? You better than Usher?
Dude, Chris Brown, you're not going to get Chris Brown. You're not going to get Rihanna. You're not going to get Beyonce. You're not going to get Jay-Z. You're not going to get Drake. You're not going to get these upper tier artists to do this.
So wait,
you get Bow Wow.
T.I. called out Jay. What?
No. He called out. No. Jay?
He called 50, but then he called out Jay-Z after that.
He called out Jay-Z after that.
Yeah, because 50 didn't want to do it.
I mean, he was borderline insane calling out 50 because 50 got records.
Well, he feel like in his mind, he like, yo, I'm that guy. Like I put the South on. I'm the king of the South and all that stuff. And he talking about trap music.
Did
he really? I mean, trap music's been going on.
He couldn't.
He called it trap.
He couldn't smoke Outkast in the verses.
Huh?
T.I. couldn't smoke Outkast in the verses, so he ain't even the best in his own hood.
I don't know. They're gonna give it to T.I. because they're just gonna do it like that. But my thing is, you can't talk trap music when we seen Straight Outta Compton where you got Eazy in a trap house. I mean, that's all they talked about being in trap house. That's the only thing. Yeah,
so he was the first person to coin the phrase trap.
Because back in it was called a dope house or whatever it was called.
The innovator, I'll give him innovator status because he was the one that was running around calling himself king and talking about trap. He was the first one. He was the first one to do all that. So he deserve that. But if you're talking about Head Up Records, there is no way on God's green earth that you're gonna be able to stand up to Jay. I'm sorry, you're not gonna be able to do it. Jay got too many. He got too many records, and Jay got records that he don't even have features on. That is just
retarded.
Just crazy.
Jay-Z probably called him and talked to him like Omar Gooden and Baby Boy was like, bro, you got heart, cuz I like you, but you ain't getting this work. But he was hyped. He had him hyped up.
Let me help you.
Yeah. Man.
Bro, are you sure you will do this? Not a good idea.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, T.I. keeps trying to challenge people, man. I hope he finds somebody, but he got to find somebody in his weight class, man, because that's nuts.
So who's in his weight class?
Way to aim high.
For T.I., you could put Jeezy Mane against him. You could put Jeezy Mane. Jeezy good.
Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane could do it. But Gucci Mane, he fell off in between. So, I mean, T.I. got a little more work than him. Him and Lil Wayne could be good, even though Lil Wayne's a legend. That nigga really would smoke him. I think him and Lil Wayne would be good.
I don't think you stand up against Wayne. And I'm not even a Wayne fan.
Hey, it's only 20 tracks. It ain't like they about to do 30 tracks. He got 20 tracks at least that he can roll with.
All right. So, okay. Hear me out. T.I. and 40.
E40 smoking.
E40?
You think he'll smoke 40?
What? No, 40 would smoke him.
I don't know about smoke, but E40 would win. I think E40 he would get a lot more love out here.
I'm from the East Coast.
I'm from the West. I feel it. West Coast way he gonna win on our side, but I'm saying as an all collective
blowout. It ain't gonna be no blowout. Before
I don't think they'll consider him a blowout.
40 got records.
I'm from the East Coast, and I'm saying 40 would smoke him.
Short will probably run T.I.
I'll be honest. I didn't get the appreciation. I did not gain the appreciation for E40 until I got here. I'm saying E40 would smoke him.
Okay, since he'll smoke him, how about T.I. and Rick Ross? Rick Ross was boss.
No.
You don't like Rick Ross?
That I would watch.
That's out his weight class too. Ross got way too many records, bro.
Ross is a killer though. I love Ross. Ross is a fucking killer.
That's an even kill.
No, it ain't. Ross got records. Ross got records that could be. He could go head up with 50 and knock 50 off.
You wildin'.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely.
Ross too got hits. Ross got hits.
Ross
I can name hella Ross songs. Ross got hits.
Are you kidding me right now?
Ross got hits. Port of Miami 2, Black Market, Mastermind. He got all kind of records.
I can't believe this.
The views and statements of one Nytelife and DRoc of what the podcast do not necessarily reflect those of one Sandman.
Whatever.
Wildin' right now.
It would be a runaway victory.
That's funny.
Rick Ross versus
Crazy.
Well, who else we got?
Against
Who
T.I.
Who else could go against T.I. then? Who else you got? Because ain't much left.
Mid-tier like that?
I don't even know who else you would put in the matchup.
I'm only saying mid-tier because we're saying Jay-Z's top tier.
That's true. Okay. I'm trying to think mid-tier.
Because Luda's mid-tier, but that's already been done. And like
that's who I said it should have originally been. It shouldn't have been Luda versus Nelly. It should have been Luda versus T.I. Because that would have been the greatest.
That would have been I think that would have been a fair matchup.
I don't think so. I think he would have got smoked. I think Luda would have got smoked.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't think Luda?
I don't think that would have been fair.
You see what he did?
Hell no. Luda got hits for days. I got to fight on that one. Luda got hits. Luda better.
Luda got great features. Luda does not have a great body of work that is just ludicrous.
Oh my god!
You know what I'm saying? It's awesome.
I'm gonna come back to you with hella songs. I got you. I'm gonna say I'm gonna flood you. I'm gonna flood your text message.
I
got you. All Luda. I promise you. All Luda. I'm gonna send it to you. I got you.
Better not be him on somebody else's zone.
It's gonna be a girl singing on the hook, maybe. But we got Luda all day. It's all Luda. Nobody rapping but Luda. I got you.
No other rapper or star in the album.
Got you. No problem. I'm gonna find all of them and send them to you.
I believe.
Give you 5. I got you. I give you 5. I give you 5.
They better be certified bangers.
Wait, why do you act like Luda just had features like that?
He did.
It just had feature records like that.
He's featured on a lot of people's records.
He's been on people's records, but those are not.
That's what I'm talking about.
He has hits by himself.
His bigger, like most memorable, notable verses have been on other people's songs, not on his own albums.
What are you talking about? Notable.
I know the Chicken Beer album was good. What's your fantasy? You had
what's your favorite Luda line?
My favorite Luda line. Be honest with you. Okay. One of my favorite Luda lines is from another song. It's from another song. I'm not gonna lie to you. My favorite Luda line is from another song.
Exactly.
But I'm gonna go get them 5 songs and I'm gonna give you a verse I like from that song.
I bet you a favorite Luda line from somebody else's song.
It is with Snoop Dogg. I'm not gonna lie. Snoop Dogg him had like a song, the I Wanna Rock Right Now remix. Luda was fire on that shit. I ain't gonna lie, it was a fire ass song. But yeah, you're right.
All right, man. Since they was talking about this versus stuff, man, I saw something floating around on the internet, which is to me it kind of got my goat because it was two of my favorite groups, two of my definitely guilty pleasure groups, man. No Limit versus Cash Money, dude. Now, I had a couple of my boys. I'm not even gonna put them on blast on the pod. One of them I'll be interviewing. Stated that No Limit was trash. The entire roster. No. And I said, hold on, pump your brakes. We talking about Mia X. We talking about C Murder. We talking about Mystical. We talking about Fiend, who's probably one of the most slept on lyricists in No Limit. We talking about Soulja Slim.
Silk the Shocker, all kinds of people.
No, don't. Okay, no. We do not speak about Silk the Shocker.
We don't talk about Silk the Shocker.
You want to talk about somebody? Okay, and I mean this in every sense of the word. Every sense of the word was trash.
He has some good verses on other people's songs.
I mean that on every sense. That's not trying to project nothing.
Remember the movies? You remember the movies though he was on? He was a great actor. He was
a rapper, sir.
You gotta have a brand of bad ad libs named after you. If you in any studio in America and you say, I don't want the Silk the Shocker ad libs, everybody knows what you're talking about.
I gotta hear it because I don't remember now. I gotta listen to that.
If my name spelled Cass, it ain't my fault. Girl got my name tattooed on it.
Okay. So if y'all feel like that off No Limit, who is the number one person on Cash Money that y'all don't like, or Young Money that you didn't like? Like if they came on a verse.
Young Money. We Cash Money.
So who Cash Money? That's what? That's
Cash Money.
Murder Man. That's what? That's who is that?
Are you talking about the original Cash Money or Young Money?
Baby.
No, all Cash Money then.
Juvenile, Wayne,
BG, Turk.
BG. Okay, so first of all,
You talking about the Hot Boys?
not just in general.
That was all signed under Cash Money.
That's the original.
But the Hot Boy era is not. There were people still, if I'm not mistaken, there were still people signed to Cash Money that were like affiliate members. You know what I'm saying? For example, if I'm not mistaken, Chanel West Coast signed. No, she signed to Young Money.
Yeah. Okay. No. We're not
right.
talking about. We're not talking about the reincarnation of Cash Money. We're talking about the first version. We're talking about when the Hot Boys came out. When the Hot Boys came out, because that's more of if you're gonna go apples for apples. That was when No Limit was hot, because No Limit actually made the blueprint that Baby took and then ended up getting that Universal deal with. So that's what we're talking about. So comparing early Cash Money with No Limit and head to head, it's gonna be a lot closer. It would be a lot closer if this is fake. It would be a lot closer than everybody would actually say, because this is nuts, dude.
Honestly, I can't think of other than Wayne's entire catalog. The Hot Boys don't have enough to stand up to most of No Limit.
No, you're wrong. The Hot Boys, the Hot Boys had
they put out like 2 albums.
They had albums and they had hits on the albums that you missed, Mr. Hit Guy. They had hits on those albums too.
Okay, but you're also talking about each one of the members of No Limit had albums.
BG himself had 4 albums before No Limit even got hot, and he was one of the reasons why they got hot in the beginning. Chopper City in the Ghetto is a fucking classic.
Cool, baby. Who knows those records enough for them to play that version?
They know Cash Money is an army.
Okay, that's one.
They know Bling Bling.
That's two.
They taking over for the 99 and the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? They was taking over.
18 records left.
They know Drive It Like It's Hot.
That's 3.
And then All Wayne.
All Wayne.
That's still a win.
18 left.
Big Time had records too. Big Time had records too, man. I mean, even though rap-wise they was whack, Big Timers had records too. So I'm like,
you talking about one record?
Cash Money. I'm not talking about Young Money. Cash Money early against No Limit. I think they had bigger hits than No Limit did at that time. I mean, the only real big hit that was out there was Make 'Em Say by P.
And 9 yeah.
Make 'Em Say was like.
No, they had another song too. No Limit Soldiers.
Yeah.
That was another song. Make 'Em Say was like one of the banner joints that was there.
So we're not gonna count nothing for Mystical, is what we saying.
No, we can count it. We can count you for Mystical. Mystical Unpredictable album when he was on No Limit is a classic. It's a classic. That's one of my top 5 albums of all time. One of mine. That shit
could be literally Mystical versus Cash Money.
If you never heard Mystical Unpredictable, that album, you can put that in.
That's why I'm not giving
and let it play. You will not skip a record.
I'm not giving much credit to Cash Money. The unit that you're talking about, excluding Young Money and excluding running down Wayne's entire catalog, Mystical could beat Cash Money by himself.
Man,
I'm just saying.
See Murder Down for my niggas. Oh, that's my record. That was my record too. Oh man, I make him bleed by See Murder. Man, it was How you do that? How you do that there with Young Bleed?
Do that there, baby. I don't.
There was. This shit give me goosebumps. I was on the take heavy.
But they can't even get. They're not even. I think they did like an interview with Birdman, and Birdman had said like, me and him, our neighborhoods don't even connect with each other, so our neighborhoods don't like each other, so me and him don't connect. We don't talk. So you would have to get them to even be cool with each other first to even do it.
Yeah.
Now I think on Master P side, he cool. He ain't gonna have a problem. He all about getting money, showing love. Birdman is a whole different story. That nigga could like show you some respect.
I have seen later interviews where Baby has said, well, he gave P his flowers.
Yeah, he does think.
If it wasn't for Master P, we would have never got what we got. And that's the ultimate sign of respect.
But honestly, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think this is going to happen for a couple of reasons. Unless he owns all of Wayne's tracks, which he might, Wayne would literally have to give him the blessing to do this, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they are cool again. He was on his radio show, so they are cool again. It's a possibility.
So, again, he would literally have to play Wayne to have a fighting chance. I mean, all of Wayne to have a fighting chance, right?
Pretty much.
2, it's just he literally be able to. He would have to talk to Juvie. He'd be able to have to talk to BG. He'd have to talk to Turk, and Baby ain't got the best track record when it comes to paying people.
He only cool with Juvenile. That's really it.
He'd have to talk to Manny.
That's never gonna happen. I mean, it's crazy. That's just not.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
You don't think Manny and him talk?
Hell no, he owe Manny money.
Yeah, he
owe a lot of producers money. You ain't never heard
he owe hella people money, but he still talk to him because Juvenile leave and come back like every 2 years.
This is Juvie is trying.
That's Juvie. Juvie need money. He'll give money. Juvie like, yo, just give me anything.
And I know Turk just got out. I haven't heard like anything from Turk as far as if he dropped any music. Maybe he's trying to put out himself, but Turk haven't done nothing.
Yeah, that's why you gotta listen to that what's that song? Idols Become Your Rivals from Rick Ross. If you listen to the music video, it show all the producers that he ain't paid, how much money he owe him. The Millie song with Lil Wayne, the dude that made that beat, Bangladesh, owe him $2 million, ain't paid him nothing.
If y'all could have a dream matchup, anybody living or dead, who would it be?
If we could actually have some respect and some chillness to it, I would say Tupac and Biggie.
Pac and Big, exactly. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Pac and Big would be it.
That's the one I want to see. I mean, I didn't grow up. I mean, they died when I was young, so to see them two to be there, like nowadays, like Tupac probably all over social media talking a lot of shit, helping people out, teaching people shit. Biggie would be a nigga chilling back every now and then, popping up on there. But if they were to do a versus, that would be great.
Dilla and Ninth.
Oh, Dilla would watch tonight. Come on now. Okay. And I love Ninth.
You don't give Ninth a shot at all?
I love Ninth.
Okay.
At all?
I got 2 matchups. Michael Jackson, both matches with Michael Jackson. So Michael Jackson and Prince.
Ooh.
Would that be a good matchup for y'all?
Yeah, I think Mike was still edging, but I think that'd be great.
And then
talking overall hits, yeah.
Yeah, and then Michael Jackson and Chris Brown.
Oh,
because that's the only person he seemed like he would go against if he was ever alive still.
It's a wash. He would crush Chris. He would crush Chris.
I'm gonna post that and see what people say.
If you're looking for something a little offbeat, I go Stevie Wonder and Prince.
That would be a good one.
I would watch that.
I would definitely watch that.
That would be nuts, dude. Stevie Wonder and Prince. Oh, man,
I would watch that.
And
who could
stand up to Stevie, dude? And a lot of people. Mike might have a tough time with that.
No, Mike could edge.
Mike might have a tough time with that.
Mike would edge Stevie.
Now
I love Stevie Wonder. He would edge him.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if you look at the records that Stevie Wonder wrote that wasn't for him, Stevie got writing credits on a lot of shit. So he can come up with joints. Prince
wrote a record that I didn't even know he wrote. I just found out about it. I can't remember the name of the record because I was like, man, Prince wrote that?
Mike had all kinds of writers. So he's not even. I don't even think he's a part of that conversation. He can't do that. That's like.
But Mike wasn't a bad songwriter though. We're gonna do that.
But he had help. He had help a lot of the time.
He still had to execute the song.
He can execute it. But I'm just saying.
What you don't know is Mike produced a lot of records too.
But did he have the writing catalog that Stevie has?
A lot of records, and I mean made the beat. he produced a lot of records that cats didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? Now look up those credits. You know, I'm a producer. I'm gonna know these things. He produced a lot of records that people have no idea about.
Right.
Now,
Now, let me,
not a songwriter, but he was a musician for sure.
I'll give you that.
so if Jay-Z was to come out and be like, y'all want to do a versus, who is he going against? Y'all probably say Nas. I know that's one, but who else?
No, he can't even. No, he can't do that. You can't do that. That's not even a fair fight to have him go against Nas. Sorry,
Nas not a great competitor.
That's not a good matchup for him. That's not a good matchup for him. That's not a good match. Not for Nas.
It's
No.
not the fact that it's not a good matchup.
Kanye would be a better matchup for Jay. Kanye West would be.
He would play all his God music. I don't want to hear none of that.
He would be a matchup for Jay. Jay have a tough time with Dark Twisted Fantasy. He'd have a tough time with that. It might be. It's some records on this.
Kanye does have great songs, but Kanye wouldn't play none of that. If Kanye got the verses down. He plays all his Jesus music.
Graduation.
Great album.
Great album for what? I'm not talking. I'm talking about their records off of there they can play.
2020, yeah, he got 20.
You on record for record? I think it'd be closer to a lot than a lot of people would think to put him and Kanye in there. But there's not really going to be a good matchup for Jay. I don't really know who you go there. Who you go?
What about Wayne? Wayne ain't good.
Rihanna probably got as many hits as Jay.
I was thinking Rihanna versus Beyonce, or who Beyonce gonna go against.
No, I got the matchup. Listen. I got the matchup. Jay-Z would have to go against Dre.
Dr. Dre? Because he produced that songs. I guess that could work.
Have to go against Dre. It'd be the only person that can touch him.
I don't know, man.
What?
I don't know.
What?
I don't know. I mean, but you trying to bring it.
You're on the East Coast.
You trying to bring in production. You trying to bring in production records, and you talking about Jay just going in straight up hits, and you going to.
Well, the whole point of verses is hit for hit. That's the point.
Why don't you put producer against producer then? Don't put Dre against Jay. That's not even.
Jay got like keep their heads ringing. California Love is Pac, but it's really Dre. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Okay.
Come on now.
Keep coming.
Still DRE. Let's go.
The whole Chronic album.
Whole Chronic. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. The whole Chronic 2001. Whole Chronic. The first Chronic.
Dre had Ghost Riders too.
Cool. We talking about hits.
Who don't know that? Who don't know? Dre don't know how to rap a lick.
So don't worry about rhymes. All right. Oh, no, that was Puff.
Who can P. Diddy can't go against Jay-Z?
No.
I wouldn't have minded.
Take that. You don't like that?
I think Snoop probably would have been a good matchup for Jay.
They would have to do 120 songs.
I think, yeah. No, I think Jay would have. I don't think he would have watched him.
No, he wouldn't watch Snoop. Dude.
Watch him.
Snoop got too many. He got too many records. I think he could put them.
He'd have maybe not watch, but he'd have edged him for sure. He wouldn't be Jay.
Okay, I would have. I'll roll with that. I don't think there's really anybody that would be out to that could beat Jay in a verse.
Maybe.
Maybe. I say I even forgot about that. That might be a good versus.
But speaking of top fives, that's why I kind of shut up when you was talking about 3000 and Outkast, because everybody has a top five of rappers until you mention Andre 3000, and everybody's like, well, yeah. He's like everybody's honorable mention top five that I've ever spoken to about hip hop as far as lyricism. You know what I'm saying? Like, you give a top five lyricist, it's always going to be your Jay, your Big, your Nas, your Let It Die, and then everybody's like, when I say, what about 3 Stacks? Everybody's like, well, yeah. So I always found that to be very interesting that Stacks is never immediately mentioned in somebody's top five, but always revered once you mention his name.
if they're mentioned, it's always a group for me. Like if I can't go Andre 3000 while saying Big Boy, because Big Boy had some lyrics too. They both could spit like really good.
Oh, but Big Boy won't touch in 3 Stacks lyrically. Not for real.
Andre 3000 has some different type of shit. I'll give you that.
There was some times that there was some tracks that Big Boy ran.
Some tracks being
ran Dre out the
Dre consistently was crushing fools lyrically. Playing around Dre be crushing fools lyrically.
I'll tell
you just wish he never retired though. That's the thing that made it bad.
I'll tell you who else is not to be played with. Point blank period. And probably might be the GOAT right now. It's fucking Black Thought. Black Thought is on another level today.
But to me, you know who I'd like to see go against Black Thought? Either Royce at 5'9" or Royce at 5'9" or my brain. Joel Ortiz.
Not Joel for me.
You wildin'.
Royce.
Oh my God.
Royce, yeah.
I ain't heard enough from Joel Ortiz.
I'll say this straight up and down. As much as I love Joel Ortiz, I love both you guys. I love Slaughterhouse. I want to do records for y'all. Hope y'all never see this. Anyway, Joe's a better spitter every day of the week than 5'9". I said
he's not even better than Joe Budden.
Sorry. What's wrong with this? Sorry.
That was a little crazy.
Sorry. He's not even better than Crook. Sorry.
Dog, if you don't go.
Sorry.
I'm about to go pull up this freestyle.
Sorry.
Now. You are bugging.
Not Saha, but Joel Ortiz went off on a Team Backpack freestyle. That was fire.
That was
him and Saha the Prince. They both went off on that.
Yeah, Saha is nice.
Saha can spit.
Saha is nice. Saha is nice. I don't need you to pull the shit up. It ain't gonna make a difference to me. I love Slaughterhouse. I love Joel Ortiz. I love Crooked Eye. I love Joe. You know I love Joe Budden. Joe Budden's my man.
Oh,
but man, I'm trying to tell you, Roy's my man too. It's like, dude, I get it. I understand what you're saying.
Bugging. You say
I understand what you're saying. Yes.
That's disrespectful.
Yes.
Oh my God, that's disrespectful.
Yeah. How's it disrespectful?
You said
they all high powered.
Not better.
They all high powered. They all high powered. Hey, Joey better than Lupe?
Is Joey better than Lupe?
Yeah.
Heck no.
Lupe Fiasco can spit. I was just trying to get you. I just want to see. But coming up, man, I was young.
I knew the answer to the question. I just wanted to fucking get you. That's all.
I fell off of Lupe though because coming up, I wasn't listening to all that deep, intricate shit. So when he was rapping, once after Kick Push, and he started talking that other shit, I was like, all right, bro, I lost, bro. I ain't listened to all that because I was still in my hyphy mode. I still was into slapping people, so I wasn't in the right mindset. So now Lupe slap. I definitely slap some Lupe now. I'll sit around and listen to that.
Lupe's a killer, man. Lupe's a killer.
Baby, killer.
He's a killer.
And that's what I grew up on intricate. Got to rewind the joint to hear something a couple times because you might have missed it the first time. That's what I grew up on, and that's what Jay-Z's revered for. So that's why I don't understand why people don't give Lupe his flowers, because Lupe's the only other person that's got quadruple entendres. You know what I'm saying? Like,
nah, there's some elite cats, and Lupe is just one of them ones, man. Lupe is one of them ones. Royce is one of them ones too. That just Thought is one of them ones too. They're just cats that do stuff that are not. It's not human. It's not like humanly possible to understand how dope these cats are.
You bugging. Joel Ortiz is part of the list. You're not leaving Joel out. I'm sorry.
So look, this is what we gonna do now. Since now y'all got a real argument going on. Next week we coming back with top 5 lyricists. Everybody got their top 5 lyricists, and we get one honorable mention because Andre 3000 will be an honorable mention. So let's
everybody's list. I promise.
So we'll do a top 5.
It's gonna be. I think the list is gonna be similar. I mean, there's gonna be some shock picks.
I think I'll be different from y'all because y'all group gonna be a little different than mine. I think mine's a little more younger.
He's trying to say because we old.
Not necessarily want to put like the viewers know y'all. The viewers y'all see this. We different, all right. But it's gonna be good still.
When I say GOAT, I mean something totally different from y'all. Yo.
It's so funny.
No, I think that's a good idea, man. We'll do that. We'll do that the next. We'll do that the next pod. So we're gonna do the 5 most beautiful. I don't know if I want to do that because I don't even think I'm still ready for that. I thought I had my list. I don't have my list, and I don't want to bring a butter knife to a gunfight. I don't want to do that because y'all gonna kill me right now. I mean, if I try to go off the head, it's gonna be nasty. So
mine ain't that hard. I mean, mine pretty simple. I mean, up on these.
Go ahead. I'll see what I can do.
If I had to do top 5, so coming up, I would have to say Taraji P Henson was like number 1 for me. Like, I don't know. When she was in Yvette and Baby Boy, that was it. Like, I fell in love with her. Then there's Megan Good coming up. She was always somebody.
She should be on my list too. You're right.
She should be on my list too. Number 3, I would say, is Regina Hall. She's always been good looking.
Hold on. Stop. Because you know what, man? My wife gives me such a hard time about Regina Hall, dude. She thinks Regina Hall is not beautiful at all. And I'm like, you don't
see
what is wrong with you?
My girl feel like that about Gabrielle Union. She don't like her at all.
Oh,
like, nothing about her.
God.
You know, I don't know how to help her with that.
But I think I could not deal with her personality.
Yeah, I feel like every movie she in where she has an attitude, like that's really how she is, though. Like when she was in Deliver Us from Eva, when she was in Two Can Play That Game, she always had an attitude. I was like, I feel like that's how she really is. So she was on my list, but every time I talk about her, my girl be like, nah. So I'm like, all right, she ain't on the list. So I got my 3. My 4th one would be, now you got me thinking, shit, this is kind of hard. Stacey Dash coming up she was fun. Now, no, but at that time she was. So she's an honorable mention. That was honorable mention back in the day. I don't even know who 4 and 5 would be. I got 3. That's it. I got 3.
Stacey Dash.
Hey, I did Paper Soldiers. That was my lady.
Go ahead, now, like, because mine is.
I found mine. Mine's is
all right.
Mine's a little exotic. It's a little crazy. Okay,
right.
So I'll have to go from top 5. So J-Lo is in my top 5.
Okay.
J-Lo is absolutely beautiful. And even for her age right now, she's absolutely beautiful. She kills it every time she goes out. I don't know what that girl's doing. I don't know if she's just drinking, young girl's blood or something, but she is just not aging at all.
Wait a minute.
I don't know what she's doing. She's doing some weird shit. She's a vampire. Her and A-Rod is over there biting people's necks and shit. So here's one that y'all probably don't know. Y'all gonna have to Googles the Googles. She is CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee. AJ Lee is so fine.
I've seen her before.
Like she got it. She got it.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, and then she got it. Yo, I know.
Yeah.
Jill Scott.
Jill Scott doesn't.
Yeah.
Jill Scott.
Credit.
Eyes.
Yeah.
That video brought me back.
It's not. I'm not even. That was cool. That was cool, but it wasn't even
calling
that.
People on my phone. Hey, yo, man, how you been, man? I ain't talked to you in a long time. Oh, funny, man.
Man. So Jill Scott, man. Oh man, I just see her, and then when she has her Instagram post and she just does that, hi, I'm just like, oh, you just fall in love every time, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Brittanyana 187.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
From Rock of Love.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
I butcher the pronunciation of her last name all the time. It's probably real simple the way to say it, but
she's very classic.
She absolutely destroys Instagram, dude. Like I just be like,
she's classic everywhere.
I don't care. I mean, I don't care, man. I mean, it's like, man, burgers are bad for you, still eat them motherfuckers though. So you know what I'm saying? You know what a hot dog got in it. You still eat that shit.
See, my list is.
No, I'm not done. Oh,
hurry up!
I got one more. Is Is D you cool over there yet? Or y'all still on
Yeah,
fire?
we good, bro. We good. Everything good. False alarm. False alarm. We good.
Over there burning toast and shit, huh?
Look, I feel like my grandma over here, man. I'm all right. We good though. We good.
Put some water on it.
So my number one, dude. Rihanna's my number one, man.
Forehead of plenty.
Rihanna, man.
5 head.
Can't say that. Can't say that.
She don't have. Nobody ever say she don't have dreams. She has movies.
Yeah, and she worked for them movies. That's why you got that song. Work.
She can headbutt a Buick.
That's
always ahead of a class.
That's mine. I don't think my list is bad.
Tip like this.
I was trying to do all actresses. I know we can do everybody. Well, shit, Beyonce and J-Lo on my list too.
You do realize that you probably ruined your opportunity to ever do a record for her, right?
Yep.
Okay. Well, as long as you know what's up.
As soon as you get somebody like, oh,
hey, Rihanna, I don't have a problem with you. I think you are absolutely gorgeous. So if we can do a record, that's fine. Don't do a record with Sandman. He said you got a big forehead. So
yeah, I got a lot of forehead too. So I should know one when I see one. Forehead. Foreheads are plenty.
He said you think for the whole room.
So you
why would you say that? He just put that in the chats. I'm just reading what I'm putting.
Oh yeah, sure.
Oh shit!
She got a tied headband boomerang.
See, you see how you just kill all my list like that? Just kill my list. Just murder my list out like that. Murder my number one.
Sorry.
It's his turn now.
What's your list?
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm back. Okay. All right. Let me give you my tops from each one of my ethnic groups.
Yeah, just one for each one. Let's do that.
Let's see. I think somebody who's extremely slept on for my black girl boo, but I think is absolutely beautiful, Jordan Sparks.
Yeah, I get you that. I don't think she slept on, but yeah, you're right. She is definitely.
She's absolutely gorgeous.
You might as well say Zendaya.
I had Taraji on there. You know what I'm saying? I had Jordan on there. I had what's her name? Oh, what's her name? But she's like kind of both because she's mixed. But,
she a singer?
No, Robin Thicke's ex.
Oh, you talking Paula Patton?
Oh my god.
Yeah. I always wonder how he did that, but yeah.
I'm wondering, is you stupid or is you dumb?
It's blurred lines. It's been blurred lines. That's all.
Oh yeah. Laura London in my honorable mentions.
Oh yeah, Laura.
Yeah. That's true.
Recipe's lit though, because that's lit. But so moving on to my Hispanic girl boo. Got to put J-Lo. Honestly, I was off the J-Lo wagon until I saw Hustlers, and it wasn't like the sexy stuff. It was like when she was in all white, just chilling in the house, and I was like, "Huh, you are beautiful." You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because I used to be a J-Lo fanatic as a kid. I used to have like posters all over my room, and then like I kind of fell off. I was like, you can't keep a significant other, and there's got to be something wrong with you. I think you're probably crazy. And I was like, I got off of J-Lo for a long time, and I'm back on J-Lo. But Sofia Vergara.
I don't know. I don't like how she talk all the time, but it'd be cool.
I think it's great. Everything about Sofia Vergara.
That's why they have mute buttons.
Man. She be killing me on Modern Family. I'd be like, bro, if she really liked this, I couldn't stand that shit. But
my third for my Hispanic girl boo, and I'll move on to another one, is Soma Hayek.
Yeah, give me where she from. I don't know that one.
Dusk Till Dawn.
They just
yeah. Okay.
They just showed her in the new Marvel flick she gonna be in. Woo shit.
So
go ahead.
My white girl boo at the top of the list, strong ScarJo.
Nah,
Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.
Scarlett
I would
Johansson.
put Hayden
Why-
Panettiere up there over her.
Wait. Why you stick your tongue out like that? That shit look weird. Ugh.
And I got another white girl boo that I can't think of right now. From King
Please don't be-
Queens.
I know you're talking about. I don't know her name. I know you're talking about though with Kevin James. I know
I'm
you're talking about
blanking
though.
right now. Yeah. I don't know why I'm blanking right now. From King and Queens.
My man! It's on the tip of my tongue.
I have the internet. That's
It's on the
for
tip.
her.
It's on the tip.
And then my third one, as much as I hate, I got two more. As much as I hate to admit it, is Topanga. Topanga's
How old is Topanga right now, bro? Man went back to Boy Meets World.
She's old right now, but
hey, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
She's gorgeous. And then Leah Remini. That's what I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Topanga, Leah Remini, ScarJo, and actually, realistically, old girl who plays DJ now off of the nowadays off of Full House. Have you seen her lately?
No, I've not.
I haven't even watched Fuller House. Never watched it.
The Fuller House, the new shit.
Yeah, that's that new show. No.
DJ? Oh, not is it DJ? Or just no,
Yeah.
Stephanie. Stephanie.
You talking about the youngest one? Oh, the baby. Okay, yeah, Stephanie.
Middle
Okay.
child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you. Okay.
Nice. I'm trying to remember her name right now. So that's my white girl boo, and then my Asian boo. I know
Lucy Liu on this list.
Of course.
I know that for a fact. I'm sorry. Charlie's Angels, I ain't gonna lie. She was on everybody's list after that.
Of course. And then I guess you could still say Asian because Middle Eastern is still considered Asia. You know what I'm saying? So I was so mad when she married this fool too. But Priyanka Chopra, who married friggin' Joe what's his name? One of the Jonas Brothers.
I gotta see a picture of her, but I think I know you're talking about.
Priyanka Chopra.
Wasn't she in that show about like being an undercover agent or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
When I first saw her, I was like, "Oh God, they make you exist? That is just crazy." So I got, like I said, I got a lot. I got different. There's more. I could keep.
I know, but I think we need to throw the challenge flag, man.
What is that though?
I think we need to call specialists in this situation.
All right, Jodie Sweetin.
Let me go ahead.
House.
We'll see how this goes.
Oh, it's time.
What's going on, Nytelife?
What up, DP?
What's going on with it, brother?
It's time. We was gonna have a rant in a week, but we having this little discussion about our top 5 most beautiful women. And I know you missed it, but I know you can give me a top 5, right?
Well, my top 5. Well, yeah, I can give you some top 5, but there might be some freaks. But yeah, they top 5 though. Right now.
Yeah, run them off.
Top 5 of all time. What you got?
Okay. Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh,
You
nice
keeping it young.
That's ooh boy. So hey, my lady ain't gonna be listening to this, is she? Cardi B. Oh my God. Oh,
He's got bigs.
You know, and then y'all talking about, if I'm gonna go older, you gotta throw a Harley Berry in there.
Yeah, she was on nobody's list too. That's a shame.
To me, she's in the same
Who
class.
wasn't on the list?
She's an honorable mention. That's honorable mention.
She honorable.
And I like old ass J-Lo. She still got that body.
Hey, she was on my list. She was number 5 for me. Yeah. Let's go.
Yep.
Who number 5?
And I need one more, right?
Yeah.
Eva Mendes. That bitch fine.
Good pick.
My honorable mention, my Hispanic
Yep.
boost.
Yeah. So that's my 5 right there, man. But you got to throw you some freaks in there to do some shit that somebody ain't gonna do.
That's what I said. See, and that's why I had Rihanna number 1. That's what I was thinking when I had Rihanna number 1. But he's talking about that she got a big ass forehead. So I mean, what's your thoughts on Rihanna, man?
Well, you can do a lot of things with a big old ass forehead.
Wait a minute.
Just use your fucking imagination what you can do with that big forehead. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Bruise your pelvic bone.
I like her big forehead. Yeah. Rihanna, she's in the top. Can you have a 5A and 5AD and all that shit?
Honorable mentions, brother. Honorable mentions.
Man, you gotta throw the freaks in there, man. Because you had those little, man, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nah, you don't want to do all that. You want somebody going to do some weird shit all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Daryl put 2 girls under 27 on his list.
Talking about these women. Y'all almost got ladies because y'all don't say shit. Man, what you got to say about that? Let's hear you talk.
You missed it. He just he gave
us 6-7 boos
from every ethnicity. He gave me like 3, dude. Like every ethnicity. He was like, "Oh, my German boo,
my German boo,
my German boo,
my Russian boo." I'm like, damn, what? He bringing United Nations up in here and shit. I was like, damn, he got picks. He got bad picks.
Hey. That is internationally traveled then because I don't know any old, freaky Russian and German and
you ain't been nowhere Russian.
Yeah, whoa.
He probably watched a movie or 2 and just didn't know.
Whoa, they exist.
They exist.
Yes.
Or they exist.
According to certain websites.
Wait.
I'm just saying. Hey, I don't know why nobody, Kim Kardashian should be in everybody's top 5, man. Because she a little freak and she a weirdo ass chick, do some weird shit.
Ray J said she's thick. I gave her to the streets.
Right about now, she's probably fair game, but that little weirdo ass dude doing that weirdo ass shit. So we all can go out there and be a part of Kim Kardashian right now, because she's probably looking for something.
Man, I'm not trying to get out.
That's a good point, but she's elite.
Elite status. She's probably sad and lonely, weirdo ass dude. And I ain't trying to say nothing about the mentally ill because I'm mentally ill myself and family mentally ill. So I'm never gonna knock that shit. But you still a weirdo ass dude, do some weird shit and leave your lady hanging. You never leave your lady hanging, nigga. You know where you said you don't leave your lady out there for another man to be lecturing over like we all do, because she is fine.
He get hella close to the phone.
But,
remember that cover? Bro. Remember that cover on Paper Magazine?
Oh yeah.
They got the bump in the house.
That girl is fine.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Everybody was a Kim fan after that, dude. The Paper Magazine? Oh, Lord. You are tripping.
You know she had butt. Like, there wasn't even...
Bro.
So what? I mean, who doesn't... I mean, you don't want to see it again?
Body, bro. Hey, when you can make a living off your body, man, you are fine.
Yeah.
That's true. You got what talent she got. She can't sing. She can't dance. She can't act. But she is fine.
Yeah.
So, am I right?
You are
One
right.
out of 5 is always good. 1 out of 5 is always good.
We got to throw Kim Kardashian, number 1.
I don't know that.
She bottom of the list. That's like the
Why he
last
just
time.
shot her to number 1? He just gave us a top 5 and just made her number 1 all of a sudden. What's happening here?
Einstein is the number 1. Anytime you can make a living off your damn body and you can't do shit else, and you cannot damn near become a billionaire, you're number 1.
No. Kris Jenner is number 1. That's who's number 1. Kris Jenner is a genius. Kris Jenner is the straw that stirs the drink in that family, dude.
Yes, fair.
I let her manage me. She's dope.
She's
dope.
You got a phone number?
No, I wish I did.
Let's call her up.
Right? Yeah. Anything to get us a little bit closer, right?
Anything to get us a little bit closer, man. But damn, man,
you don't want the Kirkland brand Kardashian. You don't want Khloe.
Kirkland, you wildin'.
Man, Khloe is O.J. Simpson's daughter, man. Hell no.
Hell no.
Y'all know that.
Oh,
you probably should put a disclaimer.
I'm bugging.
That's Daryl's words. You gotta say that. That's Daryl's words.
I'm just saying. Nah, man. Nobody want no damn Khloe.
Gorgeous,
dude. She's behind the babies that just came up. She behind the Jenners. She way back there, tucked in the back of the back of the line. Way back there. Way back there.
But her last name is Simpson, man. Her damn name ain't no damn Jenner or no damn Kardashian. Why don't they give her a damn real last name?
That's messed
I'm
up.
just saying, man. Come on.
Hey, man, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. See, we just putting ourselves in position. We're going to get out here, and people going to be like, man, I remember when you said on the podcast. I remember that.
Look, I'm going to say this.
Now, y'all said some crazy ass dude came on your podcast.
Y'all was calling me the juice.
But it's true.
Y'all was calling me the juice.
Why don't they go and get a DNA test and prove the whole world wrong? Nobody want to do that. DNA is all over the place. They got tests all over the place that we can
legit.
Who the fuck
like
the
black light.
Legit.
Exactly. That girl she don't look like none of the other ones. None of them. How the hell you gonna look like you got 7 sisters, 5, 7, 4, how many are brothers? And all of them looking like but you.
Hey.
Something ain't right.
Sometimes
I'm just saying, bro.
Sometimes you sometimes if you make donuts, you make one and
there's
one little wop.
So it look just like them. There's pictures she look just.
So
like
she's like you had a run of the litter. One little.
He said the run
look like the rest of them.
Oh my god.
That's terrible. He called him a litter. Let's start there.
I'm just saying, is that what you're saying? I don't know. I'm just saying something ain't right. I don't know how we get on this here.
Hey.
I always end up on that Kim Kardashian and all that shit on it, brother. I don't know why, man.
That's your number one.
That's your favorite.
For real.
No, it's just, man, here's the thing. I don't know how in the hell they make all this money, man, and don't have no talent.
Dude, when you got great marketing, man. You got great marketing. I told you.
Great marketing.
It's Chris, man.
What are you marketing?
Chris got it.
Hey,
Chris,
I guarantee you, 5 guys cannot make billions.
No.
5 brothers.
No. Not out here.
Shit, nowhere. Nobody want to see 5 guys do nothing.
Yo,
man. Hey, there's no talent, but damn, they got some bodies, all of them. That mama, you're right, the mom. She's a G. Yeah, she got them childbearing hips and all that. I'm just saying, you look at that family, man. God damn, A through Z, them motherfuckers are fine. All the girls are fine.
Median popping out.
Yeah, I don't blame that brother for quitting the show. How the fuck can you compete against all them motherfuckers, man? You can't compete. But he did go and get blacked out and old fine old ass freak too. We could throw her in there too. I like them all like that, Just weirdo ass freaky ass girls just to do some weird shit. Those would be my top 5. Just freak. 5 freaks.
All right, dude. We gonna not get you. We're not gonna not get you in trouble with your significant other, best. We're gonna be cool. We're gonna be cool.
Hey, my name ain't D. I don't know who that guy is on that podcast.
All right, bro. We gonna roll.
Have a good night, man.
All right, Frank.
You too, brother.
All right.
As usual, DP Rant of the Week always delivers. A little modified, but it still worked out. It still worked out, man. Jesus Christ. It just made me not even want to get into the other stuff. So
we can literally end right here.
Right. I'm serious, man. I'm serious. Okay, so let's see if we can make these. We can make these one real quick, man. So today I had some interesting shit happen. I was a part of a training today that I seen, and they were talking about cultural indifference and talking about how to be sensitive to to African Americans and people of color. But the people that were running it didn't have any representation of any people of color. I mean, they had it was one guy, but he wasn't black, and they didn't have anybody that was African American. So I got to thinking about that because it's not even a thing that I'm trying to stand on some kind of like hate speech, racist type of stuff. It's not that. Do you need to get your cultural information or teachings from somebody that's part of your culture? Is it preferred? If you go roll up into a university right now and they teaching black history, and white dude just pop out and he's your teacher on black history, how are you feeling about that?
For me, that's just not gonna work for me, man. I mean, and the reason why I say that, because I seen that thing about the lady who was in Seattle, part of the NAACP. She was white, but she was acting like she was black. So I feel like we have a lot of that. I feel like African American studies, when it comes to white people teaching it, that's all I see. I feel like I see a B-Rad standing up there trying to teach me about some shit that a black person that they could have hired could teach me the same thing. I feel like the schools themselves find a reason why they like, yo, I'm not going to hire a black person, I'll hire this guy because he knows African American studies. I feel like it has to be matched to your race. They're not going to put a black teacher in Spanish and teach Spanish. That's not going to happen. They're not going to put a black dude up in it. Unless his Spanish is just superior and it's better than everybody in the world. There's no way a black man going to teach Spanish. So you got to keep it respective. If it's African American studies, it needs to be an African American person teaching it. It's just what it is for me. That's what I feel.
For me, I'm betwixt upon the issue. The reason why I say that is I feel like there are people who have studied and have done the research and understand the history. And literally, if you want to know the history, all you got to do is dig. And we're talking about history in and of itself as a subject. Can you be knowledgeable about that if you go to the right places and go find the right things and dig and find the right subject matter to teach? Yes. Are you relatable? Is the key word in that sentence. And I think for you, with this is not the same. Like this, I feel like it's different to say like this is a cultural training we're having at our job site, or this is the person who understands African American studies because he's literally done the research and whatever at a collegiate level. Those are two separate things. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're teaching me how to socially interact with somebody who's an African American in a social setting, and you are not African American. That's totally different than here's the hard fact about what happened in history.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Totally different arguments to me.
Yeah, I mean, I had, I was kind of mixed on it. It was hard. I mean, it's like I want to be able to take in information, and I don't ever discount people's information or discount somebody trying to teach me something, because they could, even if I already know about whatever the subject is, somebody could just tell you a different route and a different way to get to it, and you still be able to learn a different route and a different way to get to the same information, which is still cool.
True, but in a social situation, there's a lot of unspoken things that we do as Black people that is understood by other Black people, right?
Right.
Who better to find a way to articulate that than somebody who lives the same thing? Yeah, and that's where I want to make sure that's clear for the listeners. I'm talking about social settings where we're teaching about how to better interact with your Black coworkers in a social situation or in a professional realm, to where social norms would play a part in how you interact. We're talking about history. I believe anybody can learn if they're dedicated to finding out what the truth is on Black history. I feel like anyone can learn it.
Right.
May not be able to deliver it with the same fervor or passion with somebody that might be Black, sure. But can you give me the facts and really, really give me this is actually where this came from, and da-da-da, and that begot this, and this is why these things have happened. Yeah, I think you can find that information. It doesn't matter if you're white or Black. But can you tell me can you convey to another person who is not Black how a person who is Black might be looking at a social situation if you are not Black? I think that's hard.
Yeah, I found it as an issue, man. I think it undercut and undervalued the message somewhat when you have that, because you kind of gotta trying to look at that. The optics of it was hard, and then to be able to go, okay, well, then you're sitting there, you're like, well, that's not really how this works, and you can try to get people to understand that, but when you kind of reading it and it's in a pamphlet, or you reading it and it's on a screen and whatever, and you're just reading bullet points, it's a lot different than living that shit. It's a lot different than living that. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit up here and do that. At times I need people to be able to understand from my perspective, to have that stuff done to them. And I appreciate people sympathizing with things that are going on, and sympathizing with, my plight or somebody else's plight, whether they be Black, white, gay, straight, whatever their plight is, and people sympathizing with that. But at some point in time, I'd like my message delivered. I like to see representation of myself when that message gets delivered, because to me, that solidifies it more. So because I know a person that I know that if I'm looking at that, okay, I'm like, for one, I'm like, I value the information a little bit more, because it seems like, okay, you're actually trying to make a difference, to put somebody in a position to be able to help to teach that's from my culture.
Let me throw a wrench in it, right? So as important it is for us to have someone of our culture represent that. If we already are having social issues to where messages are being lost or things are not being understood, who better to deliver that message than someone who looks like the person who needs the message? Does that make sense?
Well, it depends on the way. It depends on what you're actually delivering. If you're telling me, if you're
between someone who might be able to interpret said message differently, and then someone who can relate to the culture.
If you're telling me about how you feel that you as a person, and you as a person, or you as a race, you feel that this is the ways that we are entitled. This is the ways that we feel that we are unknowingly offending you. Okay. But you can't position how you think I would react in that situation, and how you're trying to prevent a situation from happening so I don't react.
That's why I think it should be joint, because they still need to be able to explain that so they can hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if it's us teaching the class, how much are they going to be able to relate and explain that so others can understand it? So I believe in a diversity situation, it needs to be multi-ethnic groups in that teaching, so I can explain it to the person who can better explain it in the terms that people will be able to receive it. That makes sense? So I would offer that we have multi-ethnicities in leadership and teaching positions in that type of role.
DRoc, you got some on that?
Not much. I mean, there is a lady actually I've seen that was, I don't remember her name. I think her name starts, I think it's Jane or something like that. It's an old white lady who actually goes out and does these, I wouldn't say inspirational talks, but she kind of gives white people understanding you are the devil, and they need to, not necessarily every white person is the devil, but how you live and privileges they have. They're not realizing. Yeah, they're not realizing what they have and how we're really treated. So she hits them with like that direct, real talk, and it makes some people get upset. They cry, but like I like to watch her sometimes because she not doing it to be like an asshole to people, but she giving them the real, like how we get it. You know what I'm saying? People come at us harsh about all kind of shit. I'm walking to my house. There might be a white person outside. There you go, Jane Elliott. If anybody, viewers that's on here, if y'all get a chance to check her out, she actually is a really good person to watch. She does give a lot of great like talking points and a lot of good stuff to learn from. So I definitely like listening to her.
And I think she's the variable to the concept that I just had because she's able but she's not the variable, but she's able to speak to white people in a manner that they're able to get it by being as raw as he's talking about.
Right.
But I think she needed to be around enough and see enough herself and understand the culture in order to be able to relay that in a way that they would be able to identify with it. Because for her, she uses eye color and not skin tone.
Yeah.
So separate everybody who's got brown colored eyes from those who have blue colored eyes. And then she'll discriminate against the ones who have blue colored eyes. And she'll make them do different things and sit in certain ways, and they have to wear armband and they have to
she hits them with it. Yeah.
She hits them hard.
I mean, those type of cultural experiences are important for people to be able to get understanding. I mean, the main thing is like
people just started crying in her class, yelling,
leave out, walk out, try to come back.
She's like, well, at least you get to leave. You think the black people get to leave? And I'm like, it's good. God.
I was like, man, that stuff touching my soul. I was like, I like this lady. I was like, she good.
Yeah, Jane Elliott. If you don't know who Jane Elliott is, she'll rock your world when you see her, for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So pivoting off of that, the last thing that we're gonna go over tonight is, I know Black Lives Matter has been a topic of conversation probably the last few podcasts that we've had. It's always seemed to come up, and I think this is the perfect way to pivot off of that. Now, we got into the discussion about the whole thing where people talking about black on black crime and Black Lives Matter, and how Black Lives Matter is funded by George Soros, and how we don't know where the money's going for Black Lives Matter, and you gotta be careful with what you hollering and what you representing and hashtags you throwing up, because you don't even know what you're supporting. There is the thing that we have to understand is there is Black Lives Matter, the movement, and there's Black Lives Matter, the organization.
Okay, I'm gonna jump in this real quick. People support veterans, correct? People support our military. People are heartbroken when the military veterans, and I am a veteran, so I can say this. When we go, and I'm not a veteran of war, but I'm a veteran of being in the military. But when our war veterans go overseas and have something catastrophic happen to them, and everybody's in an uproar, and they like, where can I donate? Where can I support? You tell me where Wounded Warriors is right now. And Wounded Warriors was alleged for taking money off the top of what it is, but nobody's going to say that. I'm not going to say that we should not support veterans. Nobody's going to come out of their mouth and say that. You know what I mean? We should support Wounded Warriors as a phrase. It's not going to be misconstrued with, I don't support Wounded Warriors as an organization. Black Lives Matter as a phrase, and the real message behind it, which is our lives have value, stop killing us, is completely independent from any organization that might have the same moniker. It's independent. If you don't support the organization because you feel like that there might be some misdealings, that doesn't negate from the fact that Black lives matter. Period. And I also want to go on record and say this, and I'm probably you're probably not gonna like this, but Bevelyn Beatty, screw that lady. And if you don't know who she is, don't even waste your time looking her up. I'll tell you what she did. and then leave it alone. This is the lady who painted over the Black Lives Matter mural in New York City. And she's black. I was disappointed. Highly disappointed.
I think part of the problem, man, is
Black Lives Mattering, period. In the sentence, the realness of what it is. We matter.
right.
Matter in the sense of we're not better. We're not trying to say we're superior. We are trying to be just equal. Our lives have value. So all the other rhetoric you're trying to spew, leave it alone. Because we're just trying to get to equal.
And also, I was having a conversation with my homeboy Johnny today, man, about that. There are two fronts, just like we were saying, Black Lives Matter, the organization, and Black Lives Matter, the movement. We have to be very careful, man, that we don't do things in a conspiracy theorist manner to undercut what's happening, to undercut the progress, to undercut the things that are the things that are generating hope. You can't undercut that because you're trying to find you're trying to poke holes and devalue stuff. And this person is this and that. Who gives a fuck if George Soros funds this shit? Who cares? Who cares? What does that? To me, I'm proud of the fact that my children got to be in a situation to march and knew why they were marching.
Yeah.
Understood the purpose, understood the fact that their lives have value, that their lives matter. I understand that my life matters. My children's lives matter. My wife's lives matter. My friends, my family, people that are African American, black, whatever it is that you want to call us, that's not derogatory, matter.
Right.
We matter. And the phrase is the feeling, the movement, what we represent, what it represents right now is the most important and pivotal thing right now that we can stand on, because it is translating across the world. It's not just Black Lives Matter Sacramento.
Right.
It's not just Black Lives Matter California or West Coast.
Or even East Coast.
It was out in London marching for George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
They was around the world carrying this banner with this movement. You think they give a fuck about that? Who does this and how this was funded by this person or this was started by this person? It does not matter what it represents. It's almost when you look at the sense of your religious faith and who you pray to.
Right.
There are different deities and different gods for different religions. But the bottom line is you pray to someone. You cannot sit up here and devalue who someone prays to. You cannot devalue what someone believes in, especially if it's in a matter that's going to work for good and for the betterment of society. This works for the betterment of society. It works for the future of my kids. It works for the future of all of our families.
I don't necessarily see those as the same. I feel like those are apples and oranges, but what I do feel like is apples to apples is what I brought up. No one's going to say they don't support vets. No one's going to say that they don't want to fund wounded warriors or bring funds or contribute funds to wounded warriors. Warriors who went overseas or were wounded came back. But the Wounded Warriors Project, people may have an issue with. But no one's out of their mouth going to say, I don't support Wounded Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't support. Like, come on, man. It's two different things. It's two different things. They might sound the same, but they're two different things. They might have the same verbiage, but they're two different things. Black Lives Matter as a movement, as the phrase, as in the spirit of the thing, is completely different than the organization. You know what I'm saying? The organization was founded upon the principles, and it may not be where it needs to be right now, But there's a lot of things that were founded at first and may not be where they're supposed to be, but that doesn't take away from the original spirit of why they were founded.
Right.
So get off it, really. Because it devaluing Black lives and not being willing to say that Black lives matter. But if I ask you to say that the Confederate States were racist and the Confederate flag was based off of race, you won't say that out of your mouth, but you'll be willing to say you won't say that Black lives matter either.
It's even a harder thing when you look at. It's even a harder thing when it's our people is the one that's the one that's doing it, the one that's being the ones to poke the holes in it, because it just gives that light to that. See, I told you. It gives you give them the opportunity. Like, see, I told you. This is this. You don't even know you're up here marching. You don't know what you're marching for. What you mean we don't know what we're marching for?
I know exactly what we're marching for. Screw Revel and Beatty. Screw Candace Owens. Not a fan of either one of them.
D, you got anything?
I mean, he pretty much said it all. I mean, I support the words of Black Lives Matter. I don't know much about the organization. Never really knew nothing about it until they start talking about it recently. But I mean, at the end of the day, the words matter to me more than anything, man, because a lot of people try to fight it with we should talk about all lives matter. Well, shit, we ain't saying they don't. The reality is y'all lives is in protection. Y'all good at all times. If I step outside, you nervous. You know what I'm saying? I'm not nervous with you, or I might be more nervous with a white person than they are with me. They just don't realize that because I ain't got no time to be showing that, running away. We here. I mean,
yeah,
it just don't make no sense, man. And it's just only if Trump's in office for the next 4 years, it's only gonna get worse, bro. That's how I feel. It's only gonna get harder and harder for us to get that statement across to people and people to understand that we're not saying this to be against y'all. We saying this to get y'all to understand where we coming from. And I don't know, man. Terry Crews is fucking it up for all black people. I don't like hearing that nigga talk. He tried to spell the word coon and all that shit with conquer our own negativity. I was like, bro, I'm done with this nigga. I'm officially done with him. He'll never stop.
So much respect for him too, man. And he is losing it by the minute. My favorite, one of my favorite comedians, Tony Baker, said, "Why are you still talking?"
It don't make no sense, man. I don't get it, man. So I mean, his whole thing is, we don't want to be trying to take over. Nobody said we want to take over. We just want our respect. At the end of the day, that was the one thing they said about black people. They say Mexicans want the ability to not be deported. You know, everybody has their thing, you know. But when it comes to black people, we want civil rights. And I think a comedian talked about it. And he said, "What the hell is civil rights?" Because reality, we ain't never seen them. We'll never know what it looked like. So what can we really ask for ourselves as black people that we can really get?
Reparations?
Not even that.
That may not even happen.
Number one, if we don't get that, which we probably won't, these things
we got a stimulus check, remember?
That's what he using it as. They posted that meme. They posted that picture of the 12 that slaves just cost $1,200.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's what they really did. They gave my $200 back.
I just see, you know, when the government is willing to be like, all right, man, we did y'all wrong, and they ready to cut that check. They just continue to just let these things happen and continue to devalue blacks, man. It's just not even, you know, it's not a priority. It's a priority when you want to take money from us, or you want us to give you something, or when, you know, we was giving you all that nice free labor for years and building this country and all that type of shit. It was a lot easier to do that. But now it's like, okay, well, dude, everybody else gets theirs. We don't get ours.
Yeah. And it just feel like the more and more we keep doing this, the more and more I just don't feel like it's gonna happen. We got another president that we're trying to put in office over Trump, and I'm real with you. I don't trust that man very much at all. So it's like, what are we really doing? You know, if he ain't got a good vice president, we really in some trouble then, because then we're gonna be stuck with two assholes or two dumbass dudes running this fucking world.
and and in all likelihood we shouldn't. But again, we talked about this where it's the lesser of two evils, and got to make the decision. Got to make the decision to move on it, man. Unfortunately, and just in the meantime, if we can get Biden in office, that buys 4 years to be able to build up our own candidate and do it the way we want to.
We had great candidates, and we decided to not leave and give them a fighting chance. Because Cory Booker was one of the best candidates we could have had. Go look him up. Go look up his politics.
It's
Cory Booker was amazing.
But the money and influence was not there. And I think the money and influence is not there.
So that being said, if the money and influence ain't there now, you really think that's gonna matter in 4 years, regardless of whether? And I actually do like Uncle Joe. This movement and this renaissance that we're undergoing right now as Black people. You call it a renaissance?
No, I'm gonna tell you. Let me explain.
Please do.
Right now, the things that are happening, the things that we're able to see right now visually, that we wouldn't even get to this point. It was like, you know what? Hey, do something for a little while. All right, forget about it. It's done. There are organizations everywhere is not letting it happen. They still protesting. They protesting right now. So your organizations become lobbyists. They become lobbyists. You're going to have new leaders that come out of this situation. You're going to have new leaders that are built coming out of this situation. We can hang our hats on what didn't happen and all that shit. But moving forward, we're going to have to look forward to try to build new leaders, and we're going to build new leaders right now.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. That's the one thing we were lacking was leadership.
Oh, we absolutely didn't have it. But
we still don't
the organization, the organization now is better.
I agree.
It's better.
Who took over?
There's accountability at these city council meetings where the movement is showing up and making noise about that. And we're gonna see in November if it happened. That's gonna be the telltale sign.
My question is, what do you feel about MFAT?
It depends on what actually happens with that, because there's two ways that can end up. I'm not comfortable with stating the two ways that it can end up with this.
That's fair.
With that movement. That's not a cool position for me to be able to sit on and be able to comment on.
Mm-hmm. I look at them in the same way I looked at the Militant Panthers. I guess I give them the same nod as I give the hyper militant Panthers.
Well, some things that were done in that, some things that were done in the manner that they were done are helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see, man. It's gonna, like I said, it's gonna speak volumes, but we're gonna have to whoop their ass at these ballot boxes, man, because that's gonna be the ultimate. That's gonna be the ultimate say so as far as where we're going to go, where we're gonna go as a country, and where we're gonna go as a people, man. We gotta show up.
I just I'm wondering what it's gonna take, and I'm wondering when they're really gonna start marketing to youths, because I feel like that hasn't happened yet. I remember Puffy rocked the vote, trying to get President Obama in office. Everybody was like, "You gotta come out and vote. You gotta come out and vote. Young people, where you guys at?" And it like really energized and rallied the younger generation to come out and vote. Even most of them, for the first time. Where's that at right now?
Well, I can say this: we was out marching, and you looked around. How many young people you see?
Mm-hmm.
When you looking on TV and you see in these cities, how many young people you see out there?
I do see quite a few as far as like out protesting now.
So
quite a few.
And I would like to think that we will have conversion in that in regards to them showing up to vote.
I can see that.
I think it's gonna happen. We're gonna be pleasantly surprised by it.
I think like everything else in our life, it needs marketing. It needs marketing. Because kids ain't looking for information anymore. It has to be served to them on a platter.
Well, we gotta be fair about that too, and who knows? There's probably so many internet campaigns and things that are targeted towards them that we may not be privy to or aware of.
I'll look it up. I'm pretty sure it's not though, because normally every third word in 2008 was about the election. Every third word leading up to the election, leading up to the election was from 07. From 07 leading up to the election was about vote. Gotta vote.
Vote or die. That was it. Was.
Yeah.
Vote or die.
Everything out of that.
A lot of that's wrapped around the presidential campaigns, man, and you know cats are just not happy with Biden. So I think there's a little bit of a turn off there, but you just really gotta turn your focus towards
his PR team is horrible because they haven't done anything to try to fix his reputation at all.
Well, his PR team needs to just tell him to not talk.
But
he doesn't need to speak, bro.
To be fair, the thing could be said about other individuals who won't talk about.
If he just doesn't say anything and probably speak very short and succinct, he'd be all right.
My thing is they're not going to overly censor Uncle Joe when his opponent is known for not having a censor. So what you're not going to do is change the rules right now. That's my main thing. Leave Uncle Joe alone. Because what you're not going to do is switch it up. Because, now all of a sudden we got to be presidential. So.
Well, that sunk the podcast down to the bottom of the depths veil.
Yeah.
Right what we needed. All right, man. So look, we're closing on 2 hours. I said we was gonna try to keep this thing at 1:30, but we'll take it. We're just underneath it. Gentlemen, got anything that you have that you need to pump or you need to I already did my pitch for the day as far as what we needed. So you guys got anything that you want to talk about?
Go out and check out everything. They got 10 City on it right now. If you ain't already checking it out, go check it out. 10 City everything. 10cityrecordings.com. Stop playing.
All right, there you go. As far as for me, I do have my show is in production. We have already been shooting, so hopefully I'm thinking by September I should have my show out. The name of it is called Rock in a Hard Place. I do finally have a name for it, so we are definitely on shooting production. I want to give a shout out since I'm on here. I want to give a shout out to the people I'm working with. I want to give a shout out to my writers, Sean Carrasco and Ryan Newman. I also want to give a shout out to people that's acting with me. I got me and Shannon Battle, my lady for taking pictures, Misha, and then also our camera person, our camera woman and editor and all that. We're going to get that up to Shania Hayes, So we definitely got a lot of people working. But by September, we should have the first episode out. It should be on YouTube. I'm definitely going to put a lot of promotion out for it.
Stop what you're doing and make sure you check out DRoc. Everything DRoc right now. Stop playing. Rock in a Hard Place.
There you go. Appreciate it.
DRoc is part of 10 City.
I seen this picture of DRoc.
Oh, man.
So he's standing there. And he's all baby oiled up like fucking Hulk Hogan.
Oh no!
I said that's the perfect way to promote your show, man. It's the perfect way to promote it.
No.
Shout out to Misha right there. I ain't gonna lie, she was one like take the picture. I was like,
that's perfect.
So it's definitely good. Trust me, if y'all think that part look crazy, wait till you see the whole thing. It's gonna be hilarious. Trust me, y'all gonna love it.
That's so funny.
All right, so I guess we're going to get up out of here, man. We got some music that's going to come after. We got Cat Bora that's probably going to end up taking us out of here.
Yeah.
So thank y'all for joining us again at What the Podcast. Difficult roads often lead to most beautiful destinations. Shoot your shot. Go for the win. You might make it. Peace.